Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we are going to be talking about Neverwinter, primarily because that's what I've been playing this week, so you're welcome. So Neverwinter is a MMO set in the Forgotten Realms universe from Dungeons & Dragons, and outside of that, systemically it doesn't have a whole bunch to do with Dungeons & Dragons. I will go into it, don't worry. It's by Cryptic, who have done a lot of different MMOs. They were the original City of Heroes guys and did get back some goodwill by obviously licensing that out for, I think, Homecoming. I always get them mixed up. I think it was Homecoming that got it, which I have played, and it's great. The advanced graphics options are a bit... The shadows look weird, so I turned them off, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So they're really well known for their scummy monetization practices for their free MMOs, and that is the case here as well. So you have 2 whole character slots, unless you want to spend money in the store and buy more. PvP, don't bother, because you can buy power from the store. You see where I'm going with this. Races and classes locked, need to be bought from the store, including the metallic dragonkin, is it? The bipedal dragon lads. Which is objectively the best race. You need to buy it from the store. So, yeah. And just to compound their predatory relationship with the game, the packs you can buy the Zen for, which is the cryptic currency that is used in all their games, including Star Trek Online. Yeah, the packs you buy it for don't really line up with the amount you'll be spending, so you'll be like, oh, a little short. And so I buy the next bigger pack, and then it's like, but if I get the next bigger pack, I can get that as well. So you get the next bit. You see where this is going, right? Yes. Scummy. But the game, let's bring it back to the game, because I will flat out state, do not bother with PvP, because people will be there that have spent many thousands of pounds, and literally thousands of pounds, on this game to get the best top draw character, and will smoke you. Regardless. So there you are, don't bother with that. And don't spend money on it, for Christ's sakes. The way I'm treating it is just like any other RPG, except there's other twazzits running around with me. And if you treat it like that, I'm actually having a pretty good time with it. I think it's mostly... I mean, it does have the D&D flavour, if not like the systemic stuff. So, let me explain myself when I say that. So, I will only be able to quote 4th edition here because it was the last one I played. I haven't touched 5. So in 4th editions you had at-will powers, encounter powers, and daily powers, right? So you would have to... You could use at-will powers whenever you wanted. You could use encounter powers once per encounter. And you could use daily powers for no prizes, for guessing, once a day. Not kind of really how it works in Neverwinter. They just have longer cooldown timers. You also have a hero power as well, which is kind of cool, but kind of doesn't make sense in some circumstances. Like a barbarian throws. I don't remember that from the rule book, but I don't think I ever played a barbarian, so I could be wrong, but I don't think he grew. But like the mage has like a shield. I've only played the barbarian and the mage because you only get 2 character slots. Thank you, Cryptic, and I ain't spending money on it. No, sir. The combat itself is actually really fun. It's very much an action type game. It's not like the tab targeting and auto attack kind of deal. You use your at-will powers, and then you use your encounter powers as they roll through, and you use your hero power, and then your daily power for when you really want to smack something down good. Both the classes I've tried are fun to play. The mage is obviously a ranged damage dealer. I'll tell you, it was a fucking boon when I finally got my first companion and could send him up front, so I could just stand back. That was, ooh, night and day, Jesus Christ. But they do have control powers as well, like one of the encounter powers is to like basically throttle somebody up in midair, which obviously stops them from moving, so that's nice, and keeps them away from you. The barbarian, big sword, swiggy. You got to be up in their face, though. With the mage, you can kind of stay back, try and avoid damage. Barbarian, you got to be in it. So one of his encounter powers is like this upward sweep that gives health back to you and does damage, so that's good. The daily powers you seem to have two versions of. So you'll have a version that is crowd control and a version that just does massive damage to one target, like the mage. God, I can't remember one. Shit. The direct damage of the mage is like a giant ice knife that comes down and sort of pins someone to the floor, and that's obviously the single one. But yeah, it's good fun. There's lots of questing to be done. It's got tons of content because it's been going a fair while. So they've released module after module after module. Now, I don't think you'll get access to all of them. I can't see Cryptic being that generous. But I mean, I've not completed it. It's an MMO. Give me a chance, for Christ's sake. So this could be construed as an early impressions thing, but I don't really want to call it an early impressions video when the game's like this old. And I did play it back in the day for like 20 minutes. I've only really gotten into it now. I think that's basically because I've been watching YouTube videos from Josh Strife Hayes, and he went on about it at length. He's a very good YouTuber. Go see him if you've not. Very, very entertaining. Does a lot of MMO stuff. So if you're into MMOs, check him out. I'm sure like the know people that watch this video and go and watch his videos will make him feel a lot better. So Neverwinter is, like I said, it's based in Forgotten Realms. So you have Laura's Gate, you have Waterdeep, you have all the places you expect, all the creatures that you expect. I mean, some that I don't expect because I was always a Dragonlance guy rather than Forgotten Realms. I was all about the Dragonlance. That was what got me into D&D. Will we ever get anything good for Dragonlance? The games were shitey, apart from the gold box ones, obviously. But like Heroes of the Lance, that was awful. I got the Spectrum, but it did come with the Dragons of Autumn Twilight book, so I got to read that and got into D&D that way. And of course, the Dragonlance movie was fucking terrible. How do you have a cast like that and then like spend 20 pence on the animation company? Jesus Christ! Also, stop fucking with the stories when you do that. Just tell the story from the fucking book. Pissing me off. Anyway, I feel like I went on a tangent there. So Neverwinter is definitely, if you like D&D, like action games, it's worth a try. It's free, obviously. Don't spend money. I will reiterate that point. They do not deserve your money. Do not give it to them. Thank you. Even though I've bought Starships and Star Trek Online. Yeah, well, I'm a weak man, alright? Leave me alone. It's got in the cells, I must have it. Yeah, so don't give any money, but like, the game is good enough to enjoy just as a free player. I haven't encountered, I mean, I solo, so I might not be the best representation for this, so I haven't encountered any real things that's barring me from doing anything. I'm just playing through the storyline and having fun while I'm doing it. It does deal with leveling very differently from other MMOs though. I mean, other MMOs, you fill an experience bar, bing, you go up a level, everybody says grats, and you put a skill point. Not so this. No, your levels are given to you as part of quest rules. So that's a bit weird, a bit strange for me. I'm that guy that stayed in forest and WoW and killed wolves. Like, I am the I could be the inspiration from South Park. Someone could have been watching me do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm always the guy that tries to out-level rather than struggle. And obviously in this, because you don't level up until you've completed certain quests, you can't really do that. There's no real way of doing it unless you spend money at the store, of course. But you won't be spending money at the store. Whatever problem you have in this game, whatever it is, spending money will solve it. But don't spend money, for fuck's sake. But outside of the predatory cash shop, outside of the fact that you've got stuff locked away from you, and the fact that it's not quite Dungeons and Dragons Online in terms of its adherence to the rules, it's a lot more sort of free flowing. It's kind of like sort of sort of Mass Effect-y slightly, I guess. You know, third-person actioner with conversations and looting and stuff like that. Although you don't tend to find much loot. It's normally just money you pick up. Which is, I don't know. I don't know if it's just like I haven't killed anything good enough to give me something decent. I think I found a weapon or something once. I might be completely misremembering that. Oh dear. But it does seem to be like money that you get. Okay, I think you get... There are chests as well, but again, that seems to be like money in like crafting stuff rather than outright weapons or armour. You will get weapons and armour from quest rewards as well as levels, as I said previously, and a bit of money. Although, you know, I'm enjoying my time with it. It's not my favourite MMO or anything like that, but it's something I've not played before, and it's free, and it plays well, and has a good D&D feel to it. Even as I say, if it's not completely linked, I think they tried to align it slightly when 5th edition came out, in the fact that they dropped the level cap down from like 80 to 20. I believe like when it was 80 it did have a traditional leveling system, so with only 20 levels it was kind of like, well, we better spread this out. But you know, you can't have a player. If you dropped it like 60 levels,
Neverwinter's preeminent historian.
Every time you level, that's going to be
I am currently in the employ of Zami Monique
20 levels
of the Black Lake
worth. That's something like that.
Miss
My
Monique
maths
hired me
sucks,
to
but yeah, I
perform
think it's
research
20.
into her family's
So
history.
yeah, getting
While
20
we
levels of
inspected the
XP
family
worth just to level
cryptic
1. So
craftsman's
that's a
we were
huge
set
grind,
upon
and I
by
don't think people will be
uncouth
interested, because like
hooligans
leveling is
of
fun,
the
right? That's what you want to do in an MMO. You want to level up. You want to get those new points and new skills and kick out. I'm so hard. Probably they just flexed. That's like my circulation. But anyway. Yes, so Neverwinter. If you've not played it, try it. If you like D&D and action games, give it a go. It's good fun. The gameplay itself is solid. Don't spend money. Again, just don't. And be aware that if you're grinding, outside of getting a few sort of coins here and there, it's a bit of a waste of time. Don't do that. But I do enjoy it. It's got nice responsive combat, and I won't say that for the 15th time. So take it easy, guys. That's been me rambling on about Neverwinter and various other D&D things. Take it easy. I'll catch you next time.